guys, it's Jenny here and I'm back with another 12 by 12 posters video for today, and this one's for the Kitaholic Kits using the gorgeous April kits. So this is a bit of an extra video this month, but yeah, I wanted to try and keep ahead of the kits because I get my kits and it's usually about a day before or the day of that I've got my first project due, and it's just getting a little bit too much and we're moving soon, so I wanted to kind of get myself a bit ahead of the game. So an extra one this month. So I've grabbed the 12 by 12 pattern paper that has all the beautiful butterflies on it, and I fussy cut a bunch out. I also fussy cut some from the 6 by 8 pattern paper as well. So we've got a bunch of different sizes and a bunch of different colours, and I'm going to make kind of a circular butterfly design. So I've got this white bit of cardstock. I'm just finding the centre with my ruler, and then I'm going to use my little compass and draw a pencil circle in the center, and then I can kind of gut it and cut that circular piece out of the center of the white cardstock. So you can also see that I've got that busy floral pattern paper underneath it. That's going to be what I back that circle with. The colors match perfectly with the bright colors that are in the butterflies, so it's all just kind of tying in together nicely, and it's not going to be all white on white on white. It's yeah. Okay, so I've cut that circle out. I'm just going to trim off the branding strip of this floral pattern paper. And just tidy up the edges a bit. There we go. Okay, so now we've got a lovely circular piece to put underneath it. So I sorted all the butterflies into colour piles. I initially thought I was going to do what I'm doing now, which is go in kind of a rainbow fashion. When I've laid them all out, I actually felt like it was a little bit boring. I still love the idea of the butterflies, but it was just so much of the same kind of thing in one area. I love a rainbow, don't get me wrong, but it just wasn't working. So I thought maybe it was the pattern paper, but no, it wasn't. It was the butterflies being in these huge chunks of just singular colours. And so you could see me, I popped a whole bunch on, then I flicked them off because I immediately knew that that was the problem. So I'm going to glue that white bit of cardstock to my pattern paper because I know where I'm going now. I'm going to mix all those butterflies up, so I'm just going to pull a bunch into the centre, and I'm not going to think about it. I'm just going to grab a butterfly and plonk it down. Well, I was. No, I'm going to do some gold Liquitex acrylic ink first, some splatters of that. I'm going to do them that under my butterflies, just around where they will be sitting. So I've just done that super quickly, and now I'm going to start gluing those butterflies down. Like I said, I'm not going to think about it. I'm just going to grab a colour and stick it. I'm just placing a glue underneath the centre of the body, and then propping those wings up so we get a bunch of dimensions. So I'm starting with the larger ones first, and then I'll move over to the smaller ones, and those smaller ones will be able to even out the colour distribution around that circle. So there we go, all the large ones are popped down, and now I can start on the smaller ones, and I can pop them where I feel like I need to balance out, say the red or the blue or the green, and they're acting as filling in those spaces as well. They're kind of beefing up that large wreath type shape we've got going on. So I'm going to go through, continue adding them. I don't think I'll leave it all, it's a pretty simple process. And there we go, that's it. Just the last couple being added now. I really love the look of this when it was done. It's beautiful, the butterfly feathers, wings are all propped up off the page. It's just a gorgeous little rainbow design. Okay, so we've got the photo. It's a black and white photo of another wedding photo. Surprise, surprise. I'm on a roll with my wedding photos now. It's of my husband and I. It's our first dance. Oh, how sweet. And of course I chose actually to put this one at black and white. We didn't have the photographer for the reception. I don't know why we I think he came for like the initial beginning bit, but didn't really stay. The photo was one that I think my mum had taken, and it was kind of dark. It was getting late in the evening. It was a little bit grainy, and so I decided to make it black and white. So that's the reason for that one going black and white as well. Plus my dress has purple on it, if we haven't discussed it already. Yeah, so that's why it's gone black and white. I've just mounted it with a few pattern papers from the kit, and I've decided I wanted some more pops of colour and some little pieces to kind of scatter out around the outside of that wreath. So I've gone ahead and fussy cut a bunch of those tiny little flowers from the pattern paper that is actually behind my photo. And I'm just ruffling up my butterfly feathers. They were feeling a little bit flat, so I'm just pushing them up a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and glue down all of those little flowers in and around the page. So they're kind of acting like enamel dots and stuff. I'll do that shortly. I'm just going to finish kind of bringing in a few bits. I'm not going to add too many die cuts or anything like that. I just want something just to kind of beef a few things up. We've got those tassels I'm going to add down the bottom right of that butterfly wreath. I like the idea of them hanging there. It kind of gives a focal point on the wreath, which I really like. Some hearts. Just trying to find a good place for them. I do end up adding a blue and a pink one on the photo. Just kind of stacking them on top of each other. I did try one of the flare, but I struggle with flare. I think it's not the dimension. I have no trouble with dimension. I think it's the shape. Circles aren't my friend. I say, and I've got this giant circular thing. Small circles aren't my friend. For some reason I struggle just adding one or two, unless I'm going to go all out and have an entire page featuring a circular whole lot of circular elements on the page. I struggle to get them on, and unless they are repeated enough on the page, they feel unbalanced. So I could have put 3 of those little flare badges on the page, but then I would have to make these large clusters to kind of house them, and that wasn't the direction that I wanted this page to go in. So that's kind of my rationale behind flare badges. One day I'll use them. I have no doubt on that. So I'm just adding some more bits and pieces, some little sentiments from the sticker sheet, some little clear stickers I'm popping on. I think I take them off again. Yeah, I don't like the look of them. I'm adding too much, and I wanted it to stay rather simple. So I'm going to glue those hearts down, those die cut hearts that are on my photo. I've got some little labels in between my photo. I've just pop glue in behind them. I'm going to glue my photo down as well. And my title is going to be off the sticker sheet. It says here and now, so that's going to be my title. I'm just peeling that off. Just wanted to get it off without breaking it, so I'm going to pop that word now up on some foam. Just so that it can kind of sit nicely and nestled in amongst those butterflies in that space down there. So I can glue that in place, and I'm going to pop some foam behind the word here as well, because that is hanging off the edge of my photo, so I want to make sure that that stays in line with that. Some more foam under the little plus sign, and that's my title done. I'm going to glue down my little tassels. I quite like them together, layered on top of each other. It's a nice little touch down there. And now I can go ahead and start gluing down these tiny little fussy cut flowers. So I'm just going to sprinkle them around like sequins or enamel dots, and they're kind of aiding and adding colour around there and bringing balance again, like I said I did with the smaller butterflies as well. That's what these are kind of accomplishing for me at the moment. So we skipped 2 and most of them are done. You can see they're all kind of coming out onto that white cardstock. It's a really pretty little detail. Now I wanted something just to kind of break up that white cardstock background. You know me and white cardstock. We're not quite friends. So I curled over the edge down the bottom left hand side here and rolled it over, just popped a little bit of ATG tape, so it's got this lovely little curl in the corner of the page, and it exposes that floral detail on that pattern paper, and I really liked that. It was a nice little touch, so I'm going to roll with it, and I'm going to add another little fussy cut flower down there as well as a butterfly, just to kind of balance it out and bring some of what's in that main part of that page down to the bottom left. So I've just glued them down. I've got to add in another little butterfly up here. Just making sure that my tassels are going to stick. And of course some splatters, we can't go anywhere without splatters. So we've got some gold liquid acrylic ink. I'm just using my paintbrush to splatter that around the layout. And then after that I think that's pretty much it. So I hope you enjoyed the process. If you want to subscribe to the kits or check out the shop, make sure you click on the link below. But until next time, bye guys.